Hi there, good morning to you. 9:43 here on your Saturday. I almost said Sunday, but the weekend is flying by here. So we want to talk about this new important study at UW that's really focusing on the alarming rate of falls among seniors. It's called Stop Falls. Researchers want to see if prescribing certain medications will help prevent falls and injuries in older adults. So Dr. Elizabeth Flan here with UW Medicine heading into the study. So this was kind of surprising news. We were talking about this a little bit yesterday. Falls are increasing. What do you think that is?
Yeah, well, so the statistic that's showing an increase is death rates from falls, actually. And this has been happening over the past decade. It's not really clear why, but there's some sense that it's probably due to older adults living longer with chronic conditions that used to formerly take their life, such as heart disease and stroke.
I see. So can you explain the study that you're working on right now?
Sure. So this is a study that is actually focusing on one of the very key factors that contribute to falls, and that's medications, and specifically medications that affect our brain, so-called central nervous system active or centrally active medications. Those are medicines that people often use for sleep, for anxiety, for pain, and there is older research that shows that reducing medicines that affect our brains will actually reduce falls, but that's not happening much in practice today, where there's a lot of reluctance to change people's medication regimens. And so this study is trying to implement an intervention that is team-based, involving pharmacists, and also making the patients very central to the process, and trying to reduce the risk of medications linked to falls.
Sure. And doctor, I'm just curious, I don't know how far you are within the study. What are your results showing so far?
So we are just starting. This is a study being conducted in partnership with Kaiser Permanente Washington.
Great.
So we're going to be working closely, and have already started working with the healthcare delivery system leadership and key healthcare providers and pharmacists, and trying to determine exactly how we're going to actually roll this out in their practices.
Okay, so a lot of important work that you guys, you're on the
just
job.
Embarking on.
But let's talk, to some of these older folks maybe. What can you do if you have a loved one who falls? What are the things that we can do while your research is being done?
Sure. So there's actually a lot of research showing things that people can do to prevent falls that's totally within their control. And probably the single most important thing is that people can be working on maintaining their leg strength and their balance. So most people do exercise of some form, but most people aren't doing any exercise for balance. So balance is a really critical component of exercise that is overlooked, but is critically important for fall prevention.
Before we let you go, do you have any exercise or little therapy that can help with that?
So people can work through a program at home that they learn with a physical therapist. The National Institute on Aging actually has a very nice self-guided exercise program that people can get a order online, a DVD. It's called the Go for Life exercise program. And if people are interested in a class in the community, and sometimes it's very helpful to combine a home practice with a community exercise class to keep up momentum. There are a number of very valued what we call evidence-based or best practice programs that are rolling out across Washington State. And these include Tai Chi, Enhanced Fitness, which was developed by research through the University of Washington, and again in partnership with Group Health a number of years ago. Those exercise classes should become more and more available. Enhanced Fitness is already available in a lot of senior centers and community centers throughout Washington.
Incredible. I think just getting that awareness out there and letting folks know, that it exists and there is help, and you guys are doing a lot of work on your end. You'll have to come back and let us know what the research tells you.
Yeah,
all right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.